Sean Strickland did not hold back when this woke reporter decided to ask one of the stupidest questions ever. As I usually say, I am not going to talk anymore, so let us get into the video.
I did want to ask, you're in Toronto. Welcome. Glad to hear it. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
I mean, you got like fucking. Yeah.
Well, I did want to ask.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now. If a man says he's not going to say, like, if you ask a motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
hey,
Sean, I'm glad you've had great experiences.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
For those of you who don't know, Sean Strickland is an MMA fighter, and one thing I really respect about him is he's the truth, especially in today's day and age, specifically social media superstars or people who are big in social media and who are big in the eye of the public. People like Sean Strickland are a breath of fresh air as to those people who speak truth and do not care what people think, because people at his level and people who have his popularity and people who are known such as him do not speak the way he speaks. They all tiptoe around the truth. They all want to be politically correct and they don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and I really respect hearing this from him.
That's what it's got to be. It's got to be. We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd...
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and someone says...
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
Have you had the chance to interact with a more diverse...
Are you? Let me know. Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay.
I didn't even realize the shirt he was wearing until now, but it says a woman in every kitchen, a gun in every hand. It's a very interesting and hilarious shirt that he's wearing. But this is what happens with these woke reporters. This is all they ask. All they ask about is inclusivity, and do you support the ABCD community, and do you support minorities, and the oppression Olympics, and the victim Olympics, and woe is me, and how do you feel about this oppressed community that we love to talk about that has nothing to do with the sport, but let's talk about oppression and how we like to talk about how people are oppressed. That's all they do. They don't ask questions of substance that have to actually do with the fight that was coming up in this very video. They just talk absolute nonsense and want to talk about the rainbow community and the ABCD community and how people are oppressed.
If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau. Like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself.
Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
Move the fuck on, man.
Really, that doesn't really answer the question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what, and will know what they stand for. Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything.
A lot of what Sean is saying right now is absolutely true. People like this report are the reason society is the way it is today, and the reason society is in a decline, because all they care about is including everyone, even if it is at the detriment of other people. They just want to be inclusive and follow the woke programming and the NPC programming that has been thrown in all of their faces. They don't care about the truth, and I've said this in many videos. If the truth was to slap them in the face, they would say it's not the truth. So I understand the frustration that Sean is experiencing right now, because these people don't ask anything of substance. That's all it is. They're just here to fit an agenda of the woke nonsense that's going on in the world today.
The thing that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference. Like, dude, this guy is the fucking enemy You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there, asking these stupid fucking questions.
And as I said, most of what Sean was saying was absolutely factual. It's people like that reporter that is exactly what is wrong with the world today and why society is as weak as it is. And after all of that, Dana White also had some things to say, which we are going to get into right now.
Dana, I just want to go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, you know, what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
I'm like...
Free speech. I control what people say. Gonna tell people what to believe. Gonna tell people... I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes.
You can't say nothing but respect what Dana White just said. The whole thing with all of these people in the woke ABCD community, they want control is all it is. They don't care about the truth. They really don't. They just want to push forward their agenda, and if people were to suffer along the way, they really don't care as long as their agenda has pushed mainstream. That's really all it is. They don't care about free speech. They don't care about any of that because they shut people's speech down and they cancel people as well, which we have seen many times. They don't care. As long as their agenda gets pushed out into the world, that's all they care about.
Aren't any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any... We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks or what he says or what his beliefs are or what his opinions are. You know what I mean? Go ahead. What do you got?
Dana White said what he said, and what he said was absolutely factual. But anyway, that was another video, another reaction. As I usually say, if you guys enjoyed the video, like the video as much as possible, comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy, and I am out.